You neither need nor deserve to be in the know regarding this, but I thought that I would tell you anyway. Starting the day after tomorrow, my daughter Mandy is moving in with us. I see. Doesn't she live with her husband, though? Why is she moving here? Yet again, this is something that I don't have to tell you, but she's giving birth soon. Her husband is too busy with work to take care of her, so she'll be living here so I can help her out. Oh, okay. And is her husband coming here too, or...? He'll just be dropping her off and going right back home. What did you think he was going to do, spend the next 6 months here with her? He has a job to do. You know what a job is, don't you? Whoa, 6 months? Wait a second, that seems like an awfully long time for her to be living here with us. Oh, good grief. Didn't Dan tell you anything? Mandy is going to have a home birth, here, in this house. She is? As in our bathroom or something? That's... wow. Yeah, Dan never told me anything about that. I suppose I could understand why it would be difficult to breach the conversation with you. After all, you're as barren as the Sahara Desert in the summertime. Well, really, I had no idea that Mandy was even pregnant in the first place, but that's not what's important right now. This isn't something that Dan, you, and Mandy can just decide on your own. I'm the one who's paying for all of our living expenses. And not to mention, this house just isn't big enough for all of us. You have your bedroom, Dan and I have our bedroom, and the only other open room is the area I use for work, so where is she going to stay? You'll just have to make it work. Dan is out of town on business most of the time, so he doesn't need much space. And since Mandy is the pregnant woman here, her needs have the utmost priority. So you'll just have to move all of your things into that closet you call an office and let Mandy stay in your bedroom. And once again, that is not something that you can decide without my input. Not to mention, after she gives birth in the house, which I'm still not saying I'm cool with, by the way, what happens next? Like, what's the plan from there? Is she planning on keeping her baby up in our bedroom for the entire time she's living with us? That's the only way it would work, because I still need to have space to work in. Excuse me? You don't have any right to tell Mandy how she takes care of her own child. It's her child. She decides. If you were capable of having your own children, then maybe I'd take your position into consideration. Oh no, now you've reminded me that I'll never be able to see my darling Dan's children. You know what? I think I know why you can't have children. Judging by the way you're so insensitive to Mandy and her child, it's probably God punishing you for being such a wretched woman. I have no idea why Dan even puts up with you. I wish he'd just get it over with and get rid of you once and for all. Claire, you have no business inserting yourself into my marriage with your son. What would Dan think if he heard you talking about me like that? It wouldn't come to a surprise to him at all. I tell him as much all the time. Oh, really now? And what does he say during these conversations? He said that he feels the exact same way I do. You didn't expect my son to go against me, did you? No, Claire. When I think about it, I shouldn't be surprised at all that he went right along with you. Okay? I think I need to have a little chat with Dan then. In the meantime, let me just say that it is absolutely not going to work out for Mandy to live with us for 6 whole months. You don't have a say in the matter. How many times do I have to tell you this? Mandy is moving in, and that is final. I'm going to talk to Dan now. Well, Dan, I just had a very interesting conversation with your mother. She tells me that Mandy is going to move in with us for the next 6 months, starting the day after tomorrow. And also that she's going to do a home birth in our house? I have to say, it's appalling that you never once thought to mention any of this to me up until now. This isn't your mom's house, and it isn't Mandy's house. It isn't even your house. It's my house.
Oh, great. Here we go again. Why do you think I didn't tell you about this, Elise? It's because I knew that the moment I told you, you'd do this. I know you're jealous because she's having a kid while you can't.
Dan, that is not what this conversation is about. Don't change the subject.
I'm not changing the subject, you are! The only problem here is your jealousy toward my pregnant sister. Don't blame her for your inability to have kids. That's all on you!
For God's sake, Dan, will you please just talk to me like an adult?
No! You talk to me like an adult! This is a done deal, Elise! Mandy is moving in with us, period! The end! So would you just get over yourself and stop complaining all the time? You know it affects my mom when you're in a bad mood! And it's also the reason that I only come home when I absolutely have to!
That's another thing we need to talk about, actually. Why are you lying and saying you're out of town on business when you're actually just camping out in hotels? What am I to you anyway? Even on the rare occasion when you do come home, we'd never even talk.
Oh, there's a very good reason for that. There's absolutely nothing I want to talk to you about, so why should I waste my time?
This is insane, Dan. Why do I have to feel like I'm completely alone in my own house? Let me remind you that I never consented to letting your mom live with us either. One day I came back home and all of a sudden your mom's stuff was all moved in. And now you're doing the same thing with Mandy. Don't you think you're being way out of line, Dan?
I didn't ask you about my mom moving in because there was no reason for you to say no. We had an empty room that we weren't using, so what's wrong with letting my mom live there?
Even if that were a valid reason, which it's not, that doesn't apply to the current situation. We have no empty rooms for Mandy to stay in. And not to mention, we were planning on using the room you gave to your mom for a nursery.
Yeah, and whose fault is it that we'll never need a nursery, Elise, huh? Look, everything my mom said is 100% correct. You just don't like it that she's honest.
How am I supposed to get pregnant when things are like this between us? Seriously, Dan, it's like you think I'm not even human, like I'm just garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not going to just sit back and allow you to be so cold to me. So, Elise, are you all packed up and ready to move out? What are you talking about? Dear heavens, girl, are you really so clueless? I'm saying that your presence is no longer needed in this house. My daughter, a real woman, is moving in so that she can have her baby in the comfort of her own home. This isn't her own home, it's my own home. Shut up! She's moving in, you're moving out, and that's all there is to it. Are you being serious right now, Claire? I've never been more serious about anything else in my life. What good is it to keep you around if you're not going to have any grandchildren for me? You don't deserve a house like this. I've been wanting you out of my hair for years now. So I guess that explains why you've been more terrible to me than usual lately. You've acted like you couldn't hear me when I tried to talk to you. You refused to do any of the housework. Honestly, it's like you go out of your way to make the house more of a mess. It's your fault for not noticing sooner that you weren't wanted. And then there's Dan. No matter what terrible thing you do or say to me, he always backs you up. And he's always out somewhere doing something or another, so he's never at home anyway. That's right, which is why it's up to me to protect this house. If the man of the house isn't around, then that means I'm the one who decides who lives where. You're protecting the house? What exactly is that supposed to mean? All you need to know is that there's no place for you in this house any longer. You've never contributed one single thing to this family. All you are is a barren piece of dead weight. You being around is only going to make life more painful for me, Dan, and Mandy. And since you don't do anything but hang around the house all day, that means that as long as you live here, I'll have to deal with you every day. Is there some problem with me being in my own house? It's my house. I don't have any more time to waste chatting with you. Nothing I say gets through your thick skull. My daughter is moving in with us, and I want you out. Pack your things and be gone by tomorrow morning. Are you sure you'll be fine without me around? Fine. I'll be better than ever. I see. It seems that you genuinely think that you're protecting this house. You know what? I'll do you one better. I won't make you wait until tomorrow. I'm leaving today. I'll just have to hire a mover to come and get my things another day. Well, I'm glad to see you finally come to your senses. Hurry up and get out of my sight, you useless failure of a woman. God, it's going to be great to have you out of my life, you crotchety old hag. What did you just say to me? I'm leaving now. Goodbye and good riddance. Elise, are you there? You owe me an explanation. I received a letter in the mail today that this month's rent was past due. I asked Dan about it, and he just told me to talk to you. Hello there, Claire. I thought I'd be hearing from you around this time. I see you finally realized the truth. What truth are you talking about? The truth that I'm the one who's been paying the rent all this time. $5,000 a month, due on the first of the month, which was a few days ago. I've been paying it up until now. You mean to tell me you didn't know? What the? $5,000 a month in rent? You mean this bill is for just 1 month? I thought it was a year's worth of rent. You mean to tell me this place costs $5,000 a month? For a 3-bedroom house in this part of the city? Yeah, $5,000 is pretty reasonable. I guess you wouldn't be familiar with what rents are in the city since you've been living out in the suburbs all your life. If you would have just stayed out there, you might not be in the pickle you're in right now. You're joking, right? This isn't just 1 month's rent. This is several months. It has to be! Did you read the bill? It should say pretty clearly somewhere on there that yes, this is for 1 month. I've been trying to tell you, Claire, the only reason you're living in this nice house is because I've been paying for it. But I don't think I've ever gotten so much as a simple thank you from you. Now that you have the bill in your own hands, have you changed your mind? Are you feeling a little bit grateful for how good I've been to you? Hold on, this doesn't make any sense. You say you've been paying the rent? That can't be true. Dan's the one who pays the rent, right? Dan? Don't make me laugh. Dan couldn't even afford to rent a studio apartment in this city on his salary alone. It's kind of hard to grow your career when you can't hold down a steady job for more than a few months before getting fired or quitting. Wait, is that true about Dan? Uh-oh, I guess he never told you, huh? I'm not surprised. That's not the sort of thing he'd want to tell his precious mother. And that reminds me, you've been blaming me for our inability to have children all this time. But I got checked out and I'm perfectly healthy. What? You mean you weren't infertile? I mean, I had my doctor do a full array of tests and they didn't find any issue that would keep me from getting pregnant. Now, fertility is complicated, so it's not really something where you can say it's one person's fault. But what I can say for sure is that during the last year that you've lived with us, we haven't had any private time at all, if you know what I'm saying. But despite that, you've just been throwing all the blame on me, coming up with ever more creative ways to insult me. Do you have any idea how stressful it's been to have to deal with you every day? I suppose I never asked about the more intimate details of your marriage, but that's not important now. Oh, you think so? That's strange. That behavior of yours is one of the primary reasons that led to our divorce. The fact that we were never intimate, we barely even talked. Dan's terrible attitude toward me, the way he always took your side against me and never came home. And the way that you behaved around me, alternating between complete indifference and raw seeming hatred. You were basically equally as responsible as Dan was for our divorce, Claire. I knew that you had gotten divorced, but I never knew anything about this ridiculous rent. And I also had no idea that Dan was going through so much turmoil in his career. But now I know everything. Thank you so much for telling me, Elise. So, when are you coming back to the house? Excuse me? I can see now that you moved out because you wanted me to understand how much you contributed to the family. And you've been successful. I know all I need to know now. And as for you paying the rent, I'm deeply grateful for you providing me with such a wonderful house to live in, so you're free to move back in whenever you'd like. Though preferably, I'd like you here as soon as possible. I don't think the landlord will wait much longer. I am never moving back in with you, you psychotic old bat. What? You can't talk to me like that! I just did, didn't I? You should be grateful I'm keeping my insults PG rated. Seriously, Claire, I always knew you weren't the brightest bulb in the box, but how could you be that stupid? It's time for a reality check, Claire. Dan and I are divorced. I'm never taking that loser mama's boy back. I transferred the lease over to Dan's name. It's his responsibility to pay the rent now, so I don't know what you want me to do about this. It's all your problem. I've already moved into my own place, and I will never speak to either of you again. What? You moved? Where are you living now? I thought you were staying in a hotel or something until I allowed you to move back in. No way. You actually thought I would want to come back? You must be going senile. And as for where I'm living now, you know that high-rise condo building you can see from our kitchen window? Yes, I know that building. It's supposedly one of the most exclusive condo units in the city. And I bought one of those units for myself just the other day. I'm all moved in, and I am absolutely loving my new place. So yeah, I wouldn't come back to live with you two losers if you paid me. You bought one of their units? But that's insane. No, I don't believe you. That's ridiculous. There's no way you could afford that. What would I have to gain from lying to you right now? And I've always been planning to move into this condo ever since I started considering divorcing Dan. What in the world do you do for a living anyway? I thought you were just some sort of typical pencil pusher. Pencil pusher? Please, Claire. This is the 21st century. No one uses pencils anymore. It's all done by computer, like the business that I run. What? You run a business? That's right. A couple of years ago, I started up an online business that really took off. I now have physical locations in multiple cities. What do you mean, physical locations? And how can you run a business only using the internet? It's a far more complicated conversation than you're capable of, I'm afraid. But it's not any of your concern, so don't bother thinking about it too much. What's important is that you're aware that I was the one paying for our $5,000 a month rent, as well as all our other living expenses. If you understand that much, then I'm done here. You mean to tell me that Dan never made enough money to support the family? That you were the one keeping us afloat this entire time? That's right. Dan was never much of an earner, even back when we first got married, but lately, he's gotten even worse. I've caught him trying to take my ATM card without my permission a couple times in the last few months. So, I've been thinking that it was about time for me to make an exit. You just gave me the perfect opportunity. What perfect opportunity? What are you saying? I don't understand. Are you talking about Mandy getting pregnant? No, not exactly. But I guess you suddenly declaring that Mandy was going to move in with us did give me the motivation I needed to have Dan checked into. And once I started, it didn't take long to get all the evidence I needed of his indiscretions. So, I guess when I think about it, it's all thanks to you that I was finally able to break free. Thanks a million, Claire.
What on earth is going on? What are you going to do about this rent payment, Elise? I sure can't afford to pay $5,000 a month. And what about Mandy? She's all settled into her new room. She was planning on spending the next 6 months with us. But thanks to you, that plan is now completely ruined.
How is that all thanks to me? Don't forget, you were the spark that started this fire. And as for Mandy, she can always go back to her husband's house. But given the circumstances, I suppose it's more like that she'll go to live with her dad instead. I know he would never let you into his house, but for his own pregnant daughter, I'm sure he'll throw out the red carpet.
What? What are you saying, Claire? Her dad? Are you talking about my husband?
Your husband? You mean your ex-husband, right? At least that's what he's going to become soon anyway. And considering what you did to him, I really can't say I blame him.
You don't know anything about what happened between me and my husband.
Oh, but I do actually. Your husband came to me asking for advice a while ago.
He did? But what did he say to you? What advice did you give him?
We talked about a bunch of stuff, like asset management. He also asked me about legal separation and divorce. It seems you treated his savings account like your own personal piggy bank. You completely cleaned him out. The financial turmoil from that caused him problems at work. He was on his way to joining the board of directors, but thanks to the performance decline you caused him, that all went the way of the dodo. Marrying you was the absolute worst decision he ever made. You single-handedly ruined his life, Claire. So, what's your angle, Claire? What are you doing here anyway? Now that you destroyed your husband's life, you're moving on to destroying your kids' lives? You used the fact that Dan and Mandy don't know about your marital issues yet to invade our home, turn my husband against me, and eventually rip my own house away from me. Do you have any remorse at all for what you've done?
Elise, I'm begging you, please don't tell Dan about any of this. And the same goes for Mandy, too. Don't tell a soul.
Actually, I received a text from Mandy a while back.
You did? But why would she be texting you? What did she say?
She was afraid that either she or you were the reason that Dan and I got divorced. She was never intending to move in with us, but you were so insistent that she come stay with you that she did so without talking to me first. She felt so bad about everything and wanted to tell me how sorry she was. It looks like Mandy must have taken after your ex-husband. That's the silver lining, I suppose. At least one of your kids turned out normal.
Mandy said that to you? She never said anything about that to me.
Really? Because she sent me that message right after I moved out. She also told me that she's planning on moving back out, like I said.
She is?
Uh-oh, Claire. It looks like your plan has gone up in smoke.
What plan? I don't have any plan.
Oh, please. It's obvious what you were trying to do. Step 1, you move into my house. Step 2, have Mandy move in with us. Step 3, kick me out. Step 4, invite Mandy's husband to live with you too. Then, step 5, kick Dan out, have the house to yourself, and force Mandy and her husband to become your full-time caretakers.
Elise, I swear, if you tell Mandy one word about this, I will never forgive you.
First of all, I don't care if you never forgive me. Second, I haven't told Mandy a thing. She figured that all out by herself. Remember, she's your normal child.
You little brat! You've ruined everything! You've destroyed my family! It's all your fault!
Really? You're still blaming me? You broke up your own marriage, then mine. If you want to find who's to blame for this, look in the mirror.
Enough of the blame game! The biggest problem now is I'll have no place to live soon. You need to take responsibility for your part in this by paying this month's rent at least.
And why would I do that? I divorced your son. You and I are nothing anymore.
Then what am I supposed to do?
Don't know, don't care. You're reaping what you've sown right now, Claire. This is goodbye. For your sake, I hope you can learn from your mistakes and fix them before it's too late. If it's not too late already, that is.
Elise! I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I lost my house. My mom, sister, and dad are all mad at me. I don't know what I should do now. I have nowhere else to go. Hey, you just moved into that condo, right? How about I come and live with you?
Sorry, no can do. It's a one-bedroom unit.
Why didn't you buy a bigger unit? Where am I supposed to live?
Why do I have to incorporate my ex-husband into my living situation? You signed your name on the divorce papers, Dan. You knew what that meant. Coming crawling to me for help now is just plain pathetic.
Go ahead, Elise. Make fun of me all you want. I can take it. I love you.
I don't even know what to say to that, Dan, other than yuck. Lol, get real.
It's true! It took losing you to realize it, and I'm sorry for that. Once I looked at the situation objectively, it became clear to me how terrible my mom was to you.
And what brought about this epiphany?
She was trying to make me pay the rent for her. Like, how am I supposed to pay $5,000 in rent? I don't even make $10,000 a year.
Yeah, which makes it even more appalling that you never once thanked me for all I did for you. But really, why are you texting me like this now? Let me guess, your mistress cut you off, am I right?
What? How did you know about her?
Because I'm not a moron. It was obvious something was going on. And now that she's dumped you, you come crawling back to me. God, you're such a loser.
Don't be so mean to me! You, my sister, my mom, my girlfriend, everyone's being so mean to me lately!
It's not mean, it's just the truth. You used my money to cheat on me. All the while, you were never even once gainfully employed, but still told your family that you were the one paying the bills. But now that I divorced you, you have no money left to buy gifts for your mistress, so she dumped you. And at the end of all that, you come back to the woman you cheated on and mistreated for a handout? That is the textbook definition of a loser.
I know I screwed up, but I've learned my lesson. I'll never do any of that stuff again, I promise. Okay, so I'll be over there soon. We're gonna make this work, Elise. I know it.
What do you mean you'll be here soon?
Good afternoon, Elise. Thank you so much for agreeing not to press charges against Dan. If he got a criminal record, I don't think he'd ever recover from it. He's a changed man now, I assure you.
For his sake, I hope that's true.
I understand that you're furious with us, and you have every right to be. But I promise, both Dan and I have done plenty of introspection since we last spoke. Oh, I thought you should know, Mandy gave birth to a healthy boy a month ago. Her husband is still angry at me, of course, but I'm going to her house every day to help her out while she recovers.
Yeah, Mandy sent me some pictures. That baby is such a little angel. As for Dan trying to force his way inside my building, I see that as being somewhat my responsibility. I never should have told him where I lived.
No, it's not your fault. It's mine. I'm the one who told him, and I'm terribly sorry for that too. But thanks to you, I was able to open up to my husband. I was honest about how much I missed him, and the way I fell into gambling as a way to fill the void, and he was angry at me, like you would expect, but he thanked me for my honesty. We're not quite back to normal, but I think if we take things one step at a time, we might just get there eventually.
I'm glad to hear that, Claire. Your marriage isn't really my concern anymore, so it's not my place to give my opinion, but you already hurt your husband once. Don't do it again.
I hope that you can find the happiness that you deserve, Elise.
Wow, I never expected to hear that from you, but I wish you all the best too. Goodbye, Claire. I still talk to Mandy from time to time, and she gives me updates on how the family is doing. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't have to press charges against Dan, as terrible as he was to me. He still was the man I once pledged my unending love to. Mandy tells me that the whole incident really scared him straight. He's managed to hold down his current job for almost a year now, and his superiors say he shows a good deal of promise. Claire is doing her best to earn back the trust of her husband. They haven't moved back in together yet, but Claire is working a part-time job to pay her own bills while also going over to help Mandy with her baby. And as for me, I'm just glad that I don't have to deal with Dan or Claire anymore. I'm absolutely loving being single again.
Hey, Sarah, you're not planning to come to our wedding, right?
What do you mean? Why wouldn't I? Of course I was planning to attend my brother's wedding. I thought that would be obvious.
I haven't told Kevin directly, but could you just not come? Like, stay away from it.
Why?
I don't want to make this awkward, but I really think it would be better if you and your mother didn't come to my wedding.
Better for who exactly?
The guest list is already quite full.
The guest list is full? For your future sister-in-law and her mother? That doesn't make any sense.
You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
I'm making this difficult? You're the one trying to uninvite the family members. Even though you haven't been direct with me, I can tell you're looking down on us, and I find it pretty offensive.
You're being overly sensitive. This is about Kevin and what's best for him.
Best for Kevin or best for you? It's my brother's wedding, too.
I'm trying to make this easier for everyone. You should understand your position here.
My position? What exactly do you mean by that? I'm his sister.
Being related by blood doesn't automatically give you rights.
Rights for what? We're talking about attending a wedding, aren't we?
Can't you understand that we want to cut ties with your family?
Cut ties? This is the first time I'm hearing of this. What's going on? Does Kevin know you're talking to me about this? I'm confused.
He doesn't need to say it directly, but I know what's best for our future.
Our future? Seriously? What are you talking about?
Don't act so innocent. You must know how burdensome you are to Kevin.
Burdensome? We barely even see him these days. What exactly makes you think we're a burden?
The way you depend on him. The way you expect things from him.
What exactly do we depend on him for? Please enlighten me.
So, what if you haven't heard it? Kevin tells me his true feelings. I'm making it easier for him. And as a sister, shouldn't you respect your brother's wishes? You should want what's best for him, too.
Okay, you are not making any sense to me. I need to talk to him. This might get complicated if we keep going through you. I need to hear from him directly.
Are you trying to cause problems between us? Is that your goal?
I just want to hear this from my brother directly. That's a reasonable request.
Why can't you just accept what I'm telling you? Why make things difficult?
Because what you're saying doesn't align with anything I know about my brother.
You think you can just do whatever you want? That's basically picking a fight with me.
How does that equate to picking a fight? Your logic makes no sense.
You really don't know how the real world works, do you?
The real world? As opposed to what? You are not making sense at all.
You just don't understand how relationships work. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
What exactly don't I understand? Please explain.
Normal families know when to step back, but you wouldn't understand that, would you?
Are you implying something about my family?
If you ask him, it'll look like I went behind his back to tell you what he confided in me. Anyone with half a brain would understand that. This is why people from single-parent homes are so clueless.
What does being from a single-parent home have to do with anything? You know what? You're probably just hoping to take advantage of him now that he's a doctor.
How dare you suggest that? I'm from a proper family.
And what exactly constitutes a proper family in your mind? And we are not from proper family in your eye?
Don't try to turn this around on me. I'm just trying to protect our future.
Protect your future from what exactly? His own sister and mother?
You know exactly what I mean. Stop playing innocent.
No, I really don't know what you mean.
I know everything about you people. Sure, having a doctor for a brother-in-law might have been lucky for you, but that's over now. We won't be giving you any handouts. you'd be doing us a favor by disappearing.
I'm still trying to understand where this is coming from. What exactly do you think we want from Kevin?
Isn't it obvious? You keep hanging around him like parasites.
We barely see him anymore. How exactly are we hanging around?
It's obvious. You were just waiting for handouts. I've seen how you look at him.
And how exactly do we look at him? Please be specific.
Like you're just waiting for the right moment to ask for money.
That's a pretty wild assumption you're making there. So what evidence do you have for saying something like that?
I don't need evidence. I can see it clearly.
See what clearly? You've met us exactly twice. Are you going insane?
I can just tell everything just by looking at your family.
We've barely even met. We've hardly exchanged any words. What exactly do you think you know?
I know your type. Single-parent family, probably struggling.
My type? You're making an awful lot of assumptions.
I know enough. I can see right through you both.
Through us? What exactly do you think you see?
The way you act all proper, but I know you're just after his money.
Based on what evidence exactly?
I can tell that you're a clueless, socially inept person, Sarah. So now that you understand how we feel, just cancel your wedding attendance. We don't need to discuss this any further.
You're making quite a few judgments about someone you barely know.
I know your kind well enough.
All right then, well, you're right that we don't need to discuss it further, but that's going to be difficult.
What's so difficult about staying away from us?
You might want to reconsider your position here.
Don't try to be clever. Just do as I say.
You really should ask Kevin more about his family.
I know everything I need to know about your family.
I don't think you understand the situation at all.
What's there to understand? You're just trying to complicate things.
Sometimes things are more complicated than they appear.
Just remember, if you try to mess up my relationship with Kevin by telling him unnecessary things, I won't forgive you.
What exactly would you consider unnecessary things?
Anything that might make him doubt our future together.
Like what you're saying to me right now?
Just stay out of it.
I'm not trying to mess anything up, but I don't know how to read the room in this situation.
Then let me spell it out for you one last time. Let me make it crystal clear. Stay away from our wedding and our lives.
You might regret making such sweeping declarations.
Is that some kind of threat?
Not a threat, just an observation.
This is exactly why I don't want you there.
All I'm saying is that you seem to believe you know us well.
I know exactly what I'm dealing with.
Do you? Are you absolutely sure about that?
I know everything I need to know. Just stay away, Sarah. I won't ask again.
Like I said, you might want to reconsider your position.
What position? I'm about to marry a doctor. I'm set for life.
Oh, don't worry about that. But you might want to worry about what comes next.
Nothing's going to happen. I've won.
Won what exactly? What do you think this is?
I've won Kevin. He's mine now.
We'll see about that. Enjoy your wedding. What's left of it anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
You'll find out soon enough. Hey, can we talk? It's about Victoria.
Oh, it's rare for you to message me. What's up? Did something happen with you and her?
You could say that. Have you talked to her recently about the wedding?
Just the usual planning stuff. Why? What's up?
Does Victoria not like me and Mom very much?
What? No, I don't think so. But isn't some tension between wives and in-laws pretty normal?
Well, I'm not sure. Have you actually talked with her about us?
Well, not specifically. Should I have?
That seems like a pretty casual response to what's happening.
What do you mean? Did something specific happen?
You might want to ask Victoria about that.
Come on, just tell me what's going on.
So you haven't been saying bad things about me and Mom?
Bad things? Why would I?
I don't know, maybe to impress your fiancé?
What are you talking about?
Victoria seems to have some strong opinions about our family.
Strong opinions like what?
Like wanting to cut ties with us completely.
Cut ties? Where did that come from?
That's what I'd like to know.
Victoria said that to you?
I'm just curious.
Why are you asking all this suddenly?
Has Victoria ever asked you about our family?
Not really. Why?
Never? Not even once?
I mean, maybe in passing?
Okay, well, it's nothing. Just something on my mind. You haven't talked much about our family with Victoria. Even during the engagement dinner, you mostly talked about our family, not much about us.
Well, you know how it is.
No, I don't. How is it?
Yeah, I guess I haven't. Don't want to look uncool depending on family, you know?
Depending on family? What exactly do you mean by that?
Just trying to look independent.
Oh, that was your reason? You wanted to look cool? I don't think it's something you need to hide.
It's not hiding exactly.
Then what would you call it?
If she asked, I'd tell her, but she never asked, so it just stayed that way.
Never asked about your family at all? That doesn't concern you?
Should it? We're focused on our future together.
A future that doesn't include your family?
That's not what I meant.
Does she know what Mom does for work?
Not really. It never came up.
Never came up? In all this time?
We talk about other things.
And you never thought to mention it?
Is it important?
You tell me, is your family important?
Of course they are, but...
I see. Well, maybe you should talk to her before the wedding. I think she has some misunderstandings that should be cleared up.
What kind of misunderstandings?
About our family. About Mom. About me.
You're being kind of cryptic.
And you're being kind of avoidant.
I'm not avoiding anything.
Really? Because it seems like you're avoiding talking about us.
Well, whatever. Just come to the wedding. It'll be fun.
Are you sure Victoria feels the same way?
Of course. Why wouldn't she?
Maybe you should ask her directly.
Ask her what?
Whether she wants us there.
Oh, come on. You're worrying too much. Everything's fine.
Have you told her anything about where you'll be working after the wedding?
Not yet. I figured we'd discuss that after.
Don't you think that's something you should discuss before?
We've been too busy with wedding plans.
Too busy to discuss your future?
It'll work itself out. Why are you so concerned?
Because I care about you and I think you're making a mistake.
A mistake? Come on, it's my wedding. Be happy for me.
I want to be, but I'm worried about these misunderstandings.
What exactly happened with Victoria?
Maybe you should ask your fiancé about that.
You're being weird, Sarah.
If you say so, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Warn me about what?
You'll find out soon enough.
Why can't you just tell me?
We'll see you at the wedding.
I can't believe you actually showed up after I warned you. You trashy single-parent family are really stupid. I wish I'd never had to see your faces again.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you just did that in front of everyone.
You brought this on yourself.
I'm here because my brother invited me. What exactly are you doing?
Getting rid of unwanted guests.
In front of everyone? Really?
You really don't know when to back off, do you?
Is this how you treat all your guests?
Only the uninvited ones.
Victoria, are you seriously doing this? Are you in your right mind doing this to me and my mother?
Don't pretend to be shocked now.
You just assaulted us in public.
Don't act innocent. I told you to stay away.
And you thought violence was the answer?
It's just water. Stop being dramatic.
In front of all these people, really?
Maybe now everyone can see what kind of people you are.
What kind of people we are? You're the one throwing water.
Are you in your right mind? Parasites who can't take a hint deserve to get water thrown on them. We don't need leeches like you.
You realize you just assaulted us in front of wedding guests.
It's called taking out the trash.
Is that what you think you're doing?
Maybe now you'll finally understand where you stand.
Where we stand? And where exactly is that?
Below us. Way below us.
You're being incredibly rude. How far are you going to take this?
Until you learn your place.
And what place would that be?
As far as I need to. You're basically parasites, aren't you? You're just planning to leech off Kevin's money. Well, from now on, all that money is mine, so it's better if we cut ties with you.
His money? Is that what this is about?
Everything's always about money with your kind.
My kind? Please elaborate.
Of course it is. Why else would you cling to him?
Have you discussed this with my brother?
I don't need to discuss anything with him.
Really? Not even about his family?
Obviously, Kevin will do whatever I say. We're going to be married. I don't care about your opinion. People from single-parent homes are guaranteed to be parasites. I tried to warn you. Too bad you got soaked.
You're the one who threw water at us.
Oh, look. The freeloader mother and sister of my doctor husband showed up. There's no place for parasites here, even if you're family. Go home.
You have no idea what you've just done.
I know exactly what I've done. I'm protecting what's mine.
Yours? Since when did my brother become your property?
Since he chose me over you.
Is that what you think happened?
That's exactly what happened.
Fine, we'll leave. And consider us done with you.
Good. Finally, you understand.
Oh, I understand perfectly.
That's fine with me. Kevin is my family now. He doesn't need you.
You are going to regret this.
Oh, boo-hoo. Just leave already.
Well then, we'll cut ties with both you and my brother.
Good. That's what I was telling you to do. You finally got it.
Get lost, you useless freeloading poor people.
What did you just say to me?
You heard me. Isn't that what you've been saying to us?
How dare you talk to me like that?
Not pleasant when it's directed at you, is it?
You can't speak to me like that.
Now you know how it feels.
All right, don't come crying back later.
Trust me, we won't be the ones crying.
Is that supposed to be a threat?
More like a prediction.
Like I'd regret anything about this. Don't ever show your faces again.
Oh, don't worry about that, but you might want to worry about what comes next.
Oh, I don't need to worry about my future. He's mine now. I've won.
Won what exactly? A Pyrrhic victory?
A what? Stop trying to sound smart.
Enjoy your wedding. What's left of it anyway.
Sarah, where are you? Mom's not answering her phone. The wedding's about to start.
Are you kidding me right now?
Please, everyone's waiting. Where are you? What do you mean? Where did you go?
Your fiancé just assaulted your family.
Come on, I heard it was an accident.
Excuse me? Have you already forgotten what just happened? Let's just forget about earlier and move on.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Let's move on.
Move on from assault?
It was just water. I need you to come back right now. Your seats are ready. I want you two to be here. You're my family.
Family? Is that what you call this?
Of course we're family. That's why you need to be here.
Were we family when she was insulting us?
She didn't mean it like that.
What do you mean, come back? We just cut ties. You're a stranger to me now.
Don't be dramatic. It was just a little misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? She physically assaulted us.
Water isn't assault, and it was an accident.
Try telling that to the law.
Can't we just forget about earlier? Victoria's furious that you two aren't here.
Victoria is furious? That's rich.
No, really. She's really upset.
About what exactly? That her assault didn't work?
Please, just come back. We could sort this out.
Well, that's to be expected. Mom already contacted the hospital. Since Victoria wants to cut ties, the job offer is off the table too.
What? The job offer? What are you talking about?
Oh, now you want to talk about work.
What hospital? What job offer?
The one you never bothered to ask about.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's going to be tough for you, bro. You'll have to find work at a different hospital now, and everything will be different from what you planned. You could have been on track to become the director at our hospital, but now that future's gone, thanks to her.
The director? Our hospital? What are you talking about?
You never bothered to ask, did you?
Ask what? What's going on?
About our family, about what we do.
What do you mean, our hospital?
Exactly what it sounds like.
You never told me. Are you saying you guys run a hospital?
Funny how that works when you never talk about your family.
What are you talking about? Seriously, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said.
You and Mom? Mom's the director? Like the leader of the hospital? The leader?
That's right. I became a doctor long before you did, so it's already decided I'll inherit it. Actually, I technically outrank you right now.
Wait, what? You're a doctor too? Since when?
Since years ago. But you wouldn't know that, would you? You never asked about my life.
How did I not know this?
Maybe because you were too busy being independent?
Why didn't anyone tell me?
You never asked. Too busy pretending not to depend on family?
I'm so confused. I can't believe you didn't tell me that all these years.
Well, like I said, you never asked about us, and you were distancing yourself from us. And your fiancé discriminated against me and Mom based on her own delusional assumptions. Throwing water on us just because she didn't want us at our wedding is beyond inappropriate. I wanted to tell you about my career, but you were too busy with your own life.
What? Victoria says it was an accident.
What reason would I have to lie about this?
Why didn't you say something sooner? What is happening?
When exactly was I supposed to tell you? When she was insulting us or throwing water?
But I didn't know about any of this, so just come back, please. We can talk about it. I'm sure it was all a misunderstanding.
Your fiancé kicked us out and declared you were cutting ties with us. We agreed since you obviously didn't care about us anyway. In fact, we already have. We're strangers now, so we won't be attending the wedding.
This can't be happening. There must be something we can do.
There isn't. Actions have consequences.
But my wedding!
Should have thought about that before letting your fiancé assault your family.
Come on, I said we should forget about earlier. Why are you being so stubborn?
Stubborn? That's rich. Have you ever had water thrown at you by someone else? In public too?
Well, no, but...
Then how can you possibly imagine how we felt? She threw water on our mother too. I can't easily forgive you for this.
Can't we work something out?
What exactly do you want to work out?
Then what should I do? My family needs to be all here. It's my important day, my wedding.
Your family isn't all there. We're driven out, remember?
Please, I'm begging you. I'm sorry I haven't been the best brother or son. I was wrong. I regret it now. So please, come back to the wedding.
I'll have to decline.
I apologized, didn't I? Isn't this when people normally make up?
What? How old are you? Are you in elementary school? What do you mean? You can't just apologize and have everything go back to normal. You're not a child. You need to take responsibility for your words. Neither Mom nor I are coming back.
You've ruined everything! How could you do this to me?
I didn't do anything. You did this to yourself. Congratulations.
You had no right to keep this from me.
Keep what from you exactly?
This is too cruel. What do you think my life is? I'll sue you. Pay my medical bills.
Medical bills? For what exactly?
For all the emotional trauma you've caused.
How exactly did we cause you trauma?
You deliberately hid your status from me.
Hey, wake up and stop this nonsense. You're the one who judged us for being a single-parent family and decided on your own that we were trying to take advantage of Kevin's money. You wanted to cut ties without even checking the facts. You're really stupid, you know that? I'm not even angry anymore, just amazed at your stupidity.
How dare you call me stupid?
Would you prefer delusional?
You tricked me.
By existing? By having careers?
You can't talk to me like that.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I go too far? But I'm just stating facts. Actually, weren't you the one trying to take advantage of my brother's economic status? You were worried about being taken advantage of because that's what you were planning to do yourself.
You don't know anything about me.
I know enough. Just like you thought you knew enough about us.
Whatever, I don't care.
Finally, something we agree on.
Can I talk to you?
Yeah, what is it?
I need to tell you something.
Sure.
I've been doing a lot of thinking this past month.
About what?
I'd been noticing some questionable behavior for a while before the wedding. I probably should have checked things out properly.
What kind of behavior?
Remember when I said I was trying to be independent?
I remember.
That's when I first noticed strange charges on my bank accounts, and she was also taking late-night calls.
You really should have checked with those before the wedding. Why didn't you say anything to her?
I kept making excuses. I didn't want to believe there was something going on. I was afraid of what I might find.
And have you talked with her about it?
The truth was worse than I imagined.
What do you mean?
Turns out Victoria was spending tons of money on male escorts and had already started draining my bank accounts. I should have investigated when I first got suspicious. I regret that.
Why didn't you say something sooner?
I thought I could handle it myself.
By ignoring it.
I was embarrassed. Didn't want to admit I'd been fooled.
We could have helped you.
I know that now.
I'm sorry, I had no idea it was that bad. At least her parents seem decent. They're paying back the wedding fees to you, right? I heard she's trying to get her life back together at her parents' house now.
They were mortified when they found out everything.
Yeah, I bet. At least they took responsibility.
Unlike their daughter.
You should have done something when you first saw the sign.
Yeah, I know. Sarah, I'm really sorry about everything. I truly mean that. I messed up. I'm sorry for everything. The lies, the avoidance.
Don't let someone cut ties with family so easily. That's not okay. You're my brother. We will always be family. I'm sorry I got angry at you too. I was really shocked by all that and said some things I'm not proud of.
No, you had every right to be angry at me back then. I should have stood up for you both.
Yes, you should have.
I was a coward.
You were trying to please everyone.
And ended up pleasing no one.
You know, when I said we were done with you, of course I wasn't serious about that at all. Like I said, we are family.
Can I still be part of the family?
What do you think? Of course.
After everything I did?
You're still family.
I'll work harder to deserve it.
Just be honest with us from now on.
I will be. No more secrets.
That's all we ever wanted.
I'm glad. Thank you for not abandoning me. I'll work on being more direct about things from now on. I'm sorry about everything. I apologize to Mom, too. She accepted my apology. You have no idea how relieved I am.
We were all worried about you.
I should have trusted you both more. I should have been open to you both.
Don't worry, it's okay. We're all good. Here, let's go have dinner together, just the three of us.
Like old times?
Exactly. Like old times.
After everything I put you through, you both forgive me?
That's what family does.
Thank you. I won't let you down again.
We know you won't.
I appreciate you guys, seriously.
The dinner is on you.
Of course. Let's go.
Everything went back to normal after that. Kevin started working at our hospital like nothing happened. I haven't had any direct contact with Victoria since then, but from what Kevin tells me, her parents were furious with her. Now she's under their supervision, working hard to pay back her debts to them. More than anything, I'm just glad my brother didn't end up married to a gold digger.
Hey there, Sally. Just checking in on you. If you could text me back with where you are right now and what time you'll be home, I'd really appreciate it.
I'm wherever I want to be, and I'll be home whenever I want to be. That's all you need to know, so quit bugging me, will you?
Sally, there's no need for you to get so upset. I'm just concerned about you. It's 7 o'clock in the evening, so I know that you're not in school anymore. All I wanted to do was make sure you're okay. And if you don't mind me saying, you've been coming home pretty late quite often these days. Sometimes you don't get home until 10 o'clock or later on a school night. What are you doing out so late all the time?
I'm doing whatever the hell I want to be doing. Good God, what is wrong with you? I am 18 years old. I'm my own person. I have the right to choose how I spend my time and who I spend my time with. What's the matter? Are you jealous that you were a miserable loser back in high school? You don't like it that I have friends?
This has nothing to do with my youth, Sally. Let's not change the subject. Yes, you are 18, but you are still in high school and still living under my roof. Please come home as soon as you can, okay? I've got dinner here waiting for you.
I don't want to eat anything that your filthy hands have touched. I'm afraid to say I have much more refined taste than you. Nothing touches these lips but the finest cuisine, and that's what I'm eating right now.
I don't think you can afford very much fine cuisine on your allowance. Maybe a hot dog at the convenience store, and neither can any of your friends for that matter. Which brings me to a very important question. Who is this person who is paying for you to dine on fine cuisine?
Are you going senile or just plain stupid? I already told you, I can choose who I want to spend my time with. I don't have to give you minute-by-minute updates on where I am, who I'm with, or what I'm doing.
I would say that, as your mother, I at least have the right to ask.
Go straight to hell with that mommy dearest act. You're not my mother. You're just some woman who happens to live with me.
I may not be your birth mother, but I'm the only mother that you have ever known. I've been with you since you were still in diapers. We're a family, Sally, regardless of there being no blood relationship between us.
Shut up! We're not a family! You're not my mom, and I will never accept you as my mom.
You're being very hurtful to me, Sally.
Okay, well good, because that's exactly what I was going for. I've always hated you. All you've ever done is suck the life and money out of my dad.
What are you talking about? I've never done any such thing.
You can't fool me. I'm not a kid anymore. I can see what's going on. My dad works his butt off at his job every day while you just lay around the house doing nothing. Maybe if you've ever contributed anything at all to this family, I might consider accepting you as my mom. But no, as it stands, all you are is a freaking parasite.
That's ridiculous. I've done all the cooking, laundry, and cleaning for as long as I've been living with your father.
And what do you want for that, huh? A medal? You want a big gold medal, an award ceremony, maybe even a visit from the King of England? That's what's called the bare minimum. If you hadn't been doing that, I'd have kicked you out myself years ago.
I'm so shocked, Sally. I don't know where any of this cruelty toward me is coming from. We used to have a wonderful relationship.
And you want to know why that was? Because I had no choice. For whatever stupid reason, my dad picked you, so I was stuck with you. I figured I might as well go along with it, since trying to fight it would only cause me trouble. But on the inside, I've always hated your guts. Every single time you told me to clean up my room or do my homework or come home before 10, I wanted to punch your lights out.
Everything that I've ever taught you was to help you prepare for your future, and I have plenty of reasons to be concerned for that lately. You never study, you stay out late. What are you planning on doing after high school?
Something that you would never be able to do. I'm gonna let being young and sexy do all my work for me. My beauty is the single best gift that I received from my real mom, so I'm not gonna let it go to waste.
Wait a second. Oh God, no, Sally. Please don't tell me that means what I think it means.
I don't care what you think it means. Screw off. Stop interfering in my life. If you say one more stupid thing to me, then I'm gonna come straight home, kick your ass, and throw you out of the house myself.
Hey there, Janet. I am really sorry that I wasn't able to reply to you until now. Things have been an absolute disaster over here today. I had to work straight through lunch. You probably already ate dinner without me, right? If not, then please don't wait for me. You go ahead and eat.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear about that, Cody. When do you think you're gonna be home? I haven't eaten anything yet.
Wow, really? It's past 7 o'clock, though. If you wait any longer to serve dinner, Sally's gonna flip her lid again.
Yeah, about Sally. She hasn't even gotten home yet.
Oh no, again? I swear that girl doesn't even know the meaning of the word curfew. Do you think she's involved with something that she doesn't want to tell us about?
Well, just the simple fact that she replies to me at all tells me that whatever she's doing, it's likely nothing dangerous. But something does seem off about her these days. She's starting to talk worse and worse to me by the day.
You think this is just her being a typical teenage girl?
I'd hope she'd have grown out of it by now if that were the case, but she's only getting worse. Lately, she's begun to compare me to her birth mother.
That's all my fault. I'm so sorry, Janet. You don't deserve any of that.
It's fine, Cody. It's something that we agreed on. But wow, when she tells me that she hates me and wants me out of her life, that stings, Cody. It really stings.
What? Is that what she's saying to you? I can't believe this. She doesn't appreciate what you've done for us in the slightest.
Really, Cody, it's fine. I was never intending to try and guilt trip her into respecting me. And don't act like you're the only one who's benefited from our relationship. Marrying you has made me the happiest woman in the world, and if you hadn't come along and married me, I probably would have been single forever.
Are you kidding me? I figured I was gonna have to fight off a whole crowd of other suitors in order to win your heart.
You're so sweet, Cody. I'm really concerned about Sally, though.
Yeah, and you're not the only one. Tell you what, I'll go and give her that same sort of talk. It might mean more to her if it's coming from me. I'm gonna see whether or not she's really thinking about the future.
That would probably be for the best. If she keeps going down the path that she's on, I have a terrible feeling she's going to wind up miserable and alone. Good evening, Sally. Just checking in with you again. It's 8 p.m. now and you've got school tomorrow. Do you have any idea when you'll be home?
Janet, listen to me. I will not tell you this again. I will be home whenever I damn well feel like it. I'm busy. I have my own stuff to do. And I don't need you breathing down my neck every 5 seconds.
No, Sally, apparently you do. I'm scared for you, Sally. Really scared. The other day, I saw a new handbag in your room. That brand is incredibly expensive, so I can say for a fact that you do not have enough money to afford it by yourself. Tell me, Sally, where did you get that bag?
Oh my god, you went in my room?
I didn't actually go inside. The door was open and I just looked around from the doorway. Now, stop dodging the question, Sally. How did you get a handbag that expensive? You didn't buy it yourself.
Duh, of course I didn't. Someone bought it for me.
Oh no, you can't accept a gift like that. Whoever gave it to you, you need to return it right away.
What? Why would I do something as stupid as that?
Because there is no reason at all that a high schooler like you should be getting gifts that expensive. It doesn't make sense, Sally.
For the love of God, would you knock off the jealousy routine? Sure, no one in the world cares about you enough to get a super awesome present like this, but I'm not like you. People actually like me.
This isn't about me, Sally. This is about you. I'm concerned about what you're getting yourself involved in.
Stop being concerned about me. I don't want a stupid, useless old bitch constantly nagging me. Just leave me the hell alone. Got it?
Sally, no, I'm not going to stand for that. You take that back. I have done far too much for you to have you talk to me like that.
Oh, and what are you gonna do about it, huh? Are you gonna go and complain about me to my dad? Are you gonna tell on me? You're such a freaking loser. You realize that my dad could divorce you anytime, right? And that would ruin your life and improve his, so you might want to watch yourself.
It seems that you don't know the first thing about me, Sally, even though we've spent all these years together.
I know enough to know that you tricked my dad into marrying you.
Excuse me? You're going to have to explain that one to me.
So my dad divorced my birth mom, and then he needed someone to take care of me, right? Like, he still got to work and all that stuff. He needed someone to do all the cooking and cleaning and babysitting for him. Then you came along and thought, oh sweet, here's a guy who's desperate for a live-in maid. And then you put the moves on him and made him think you'd be a good wife for him. I have to hand it to you. You played your cards pretty well. You knew you had to find a man to take care of you fast before you were over the hill and no one would ever want you. But for me, all you are is a lying, deceitful little snake. So tell me, Janet, did it make you happy to trick a guy into marrying you out of convenience? Was it fun for you to be able to play house with me for all these years? Honestly, I would sooner die than do what you did with your life.
I'm so shocked that I'm having a hard time being angry at you anymore, Sally. My sadness and fury have been overwritten by confusion and surprise. What did I ever do to you for you to treat me like this?
I don't know what you want me to say. All I'm doing is telling you what I really think of you. But to be fair, I'm kind of disgusted at my dad, too. Like, how desperate must he have been to want to marry a loser like you? I don't care how depressed he was when my mom left him. That's no excuse to fall for your stupid tricks. If he was that dumb all the time back then, maybe that's why my mom wanted to get rid of him.
Oh my God, Sally. Do you have any idea what the circumstances were behind your parents' divorce? Do you know why your father took you away from your mother?
Dear God, you are not gonna try to lecture me about my birth mom, are you? Seriously, Janet, go to hell. If you want to be a parasite and mooch from my dad all your life, go ahead, be my guest. But don't you ever forget, that all you will ever be is my dad's parasite, and I'll always be his daughter. So, which do you think ranks higher, Janet? His daughter or his parasite? Know your place, loser.
That's all that I can take from you, Sally. I'm done. I'm not going to put up with this anymore.
So what are you gonna do, huh? Divorce my dad and move out of the house? God, I hope you do that. Nothing would make me happier than to see you carrying all your stupid crap out of my dad's house.
If that's what you want, then so be it.
Wait, are you actually being serious? Like, you do realize that you're gonna be homeless without my dad supporting you, right?
I'll be fine, thank you. If you want us to get divorced, then that's what we'll do.
This is the best! I'm not gonna let you take that back either. You're not gonna be all like, oh, I was just saying that because I was angry or anything. Got it? You said you're gonna divorce my dad and move out, and you had better damn well stick to that. Absolutely. I'm a woman of my word. I'll start packing my things immediately. Janet, what the hell did you do? Answer me! I don't know. What is it that you think I did? I did what you asked and moved out of the house, so I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't contact me anymore. Don't give me that! I know you did something! My dad moved out too! So today was my graduation ceremony, right? And I figured that when I got home, my dad would be doing something to celebrate. Like, give me a new car or something. But when I got home, it was totally empty. No one was there. All he left behind was a letter on the kitchen table. Is that so? Did you read it? Yeah, and he said that he's moving out of our house, so he can move in with you. And not just that, he said he's selling the house, so I need to find my own place to live now. So start talking, Janet. What did you do to my dad? I thought you said you were gonna divorce him. I did say that, didn't I? I suppose that means I owe you an apology. I did move out of the house, but the truth is that your father and I never got divorced. You liar! What's going on for real then? Back when we had our first fight, I was so furious that I went and said that I would divorce your father. But after a lot of thought, I realized that I just couldn't go through with it. I loved your father far too much, but I also knew that I couldn't stand one more minute of living with you. So, I opened up to your father about our argument and asked him what he thought we should do. And I was very happy to find that he felt the same way that I did. He said that it would be best for me to leave the house right away, but he didn't want to break up with me either. We decided that I would live on my own for a few months. Then, when the timing was right, he would come and move in here with me. And that's what happened today? It would seem so, yes. That's what your father decided. But why? I don't understand. Why would my dad do this to me? I doubt that you'd believe me if I told you. Yeah, it would probably be for the best for you to have this discussion with your father directly. You can talk things over until you've come to understand what he did and why he did it. But first things first, your father is selling the house, and it's going to become the property of the real estate company at the end of this month. That means that you have just a few weeks to find yourself a new place to live. And I suggest you start searching immediately. Stop giving me advice, Janet! I never want to hear any advice from you again! You ruined my life, you broke up my family! It's all your fault! You're a freaking disease! I hate you! Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about. It won't do either of us any good to continue this conversation, so I'll take my leave here. If you want to know more, then you'll have to contact your father. Dad, what's going on? Why did you move out of the house all of a sudden?
Didn't you read my letter? I explained it in there. I'm going to live with Janet from now on. That means you need to learn how to fend for yourself and fast. If you go up to your room, you'll find a money clip with some cash in the top drawer of your desk. It's some money that I've been saving up for a while as a graduation present. You can use that to get your new life started.
You can't do this to me, Dad! I don't even have a job yet! I just graduated today! But you're just gonna abandon me like this? What's the matter with you? You're my dad. You're supposed to be there for me.
And as your father, I was there for you right up until you graduated from high school. If I'm being honest, I wanted to move in with Janet immediately after she left the house.
No, Dad. You can't be serious. Why would you say that?
Because Janet is my wife and I love her with all of my heart. Not only that, I'm incredibly grateful to her for all she's done for us. I can't believe the cruel, disrespectful, hateful way that you were speaking to her. I'm not going to let anyone get away with treating my wife like that, not even my daughter.
You're what? Grateful? For what? What did she ever do but use you? All she did was live in your house, eat your food, and spend your money. I just couldn't stand to see her do that to you anymore.
Shut your impetuous mouth, you little brat! Everything that we have right now is thanks to Janet!
No way. I don't believe you. That can't be.
Back when your birth mother and I broke up, I lost my job.
Wait, you did? But I remember back then, you were still going to work every day like usual.
No, you're wrong, Sally. I was leaving the house, yes, but it was to look for a new job. Janet's income is what allowed us to make ends meet. She's been working from home all this time to make money to support our finances.
She has? But that's crazy. I never saw her working before.
Oh, didn't you?
Yeah, she was always just sitting at her desk, messing around with her computer. And sometimes she would bring her laptop out to the living room and message people online or whatever.
She's a translator, Sally. She speaks 5 languages. All she needs is a computer and an internet connection, and she can work wherever and whenever she likes.
For real? That's kind of insane. So wait, is that why Mom left you? It was because you lost your job?
No, that's not the case at all. There was a reason that your mother left us, but I've been hiding it from you all these years. Regardless of what happened between us, she was and still is your mother. I wanted you to be able to think of her as a good and loving woman, so I swore that I would take this secret with me to the grave.
You're saying Mom left us? What do you mean? What happened?
It's not that complicated, Sally. She cheated on me and left us to be with him.
What?
And right after she left us, the company I worked for went under and I lost my job. It was the lowest point I've ever been at in my life, and I had no idea how I was going to get back on track again. Until Janet came along. The only reason I was able to get back on my feet was her unconditional love and support.
Whoa, really? I mean, like, really?
Yes, really. I owe everything to Janet, and you were terrible to her.
But I didn't know. How was I supposed to know?
Frankly, it doesn't matter if you knew about how me and Janet first got together. You've been at home with her for all these years. You should understand better than anyone else how much she does for our family. And to think you did everything you could to get her to leave. I've had it with you, Sally. I'm not going to look after you anymore. From now on, you're on your own.
You can't be serious about this. Are you really gonna abandon me? I'm your daughter.
You're 18 years old, aren't you? And you've graduated from high school. That means you're an adult, and it's time for you to forge your own path in life. As for me, I'll be spending the rest of my days in marital bliss with the love of my life. I don't suppose we'll talk very much after this. But you're my daughter, and I'll always be rooting for you. I hope that you can find happiness one day too, Sally.
Dad, wait! God, this can't be happening. Well, thanks a lot, Janet. I hope you're happy with yourself. Thanks to you, I just got abandoned by my own father. Abandoned? Please, that's not what happened. All he did was give you the push you needed to become independent. Do you still not understand your own father? But what am I supposed to do now? How am I supposed to get by? I just graduated high school today. I don't have a job, an apartment, anything. And whose fault is that, Sally, You knew that you had no chance at going to college. That means you were always going to have to get a job after graduating high school. You should have been more actively looking for work. And, for the record, both your father and I tried to tell you as much countless times over the last several months. But did you ever listen to us? No, you always blew us off. Instead of studying or looking for a job, you spent your days doing God knows what until late at night. So no, I won't be accepting one single shred of the blame for this. It's all on you.
You don't get to talk down to me like this. I don't care if you speak 3 languages or whatever.
5, actually. English, Spanish, Italian, French, and Portuguese. I was always interested in foreign languages, ever since I was a little girl. From the time I was in middle school, I was always going to the library and borrowing as many books on foreign languages as I could. Then, when I got into high school, I started thinking about how I could use my language skills in my career someday. By the time I was in university, I had already started my own translation business. So you see, I was constantly thinking about my future, and that's why I've done so well for myself. You, on the other hand...
What are you saying? That I should have started job hunting when I was in elementary school?
You don't even have the foresight to think about what you'll be doing during the next week, much less the next 10 years.
You can say that again. Last week I had no idea my dad was gonna throw me away like trash.
If you had only listened to us when we tried to talk to you, you could have avoided this most unfortunate outcome.
All right, fine. I'll start looking for a job right now. But until then, could you at least let me live with you guys? I'll move out as soon as I find a job, I swear.
I'm afraid that's not going to work out. Have you forgotten? I've spent the last 3 months all alone, away from my beloved husband. We've got a lot of private time to catch up on, and I won't have you getting in our way.
You two are the most heartless couple of creeps I've ever met. How can you treat your own child this way?
Child? What child? You're not my child. I don't have any children. Isn't that right, Sally?
I was just mad when I said that, all right? I didn't mean it.
You can't honestly think I would let you get away with that excuse. You're an adult now, dear. You're going to have to take responsibility for your own words.
Come on.
I hope you're not expecting any sort of financial support from us, because you won't get a single cent from us. I suggest you stop moping and crying and get to work.
So you're for real then? You're really just gonna abandon me to the wolves?
Stop being so overly dramatic. Your father gave you more than enough money to get yourself started. Use it well.
Okay, fine. Screw you guys. I don't need your help. I'll be just fine on my own.
Is that so?
Yeah, in fact, I'll be better off than ever without you holding me back.
I see. Well, if you say that you have some sort of plan, then that's reassuring to me. Good luck.
I don't need any well wishes from you. I don't ever want to speak to either you or my dad ever again, so just leave me alone from now on. Got it?
If that's what you want, then I'm more than happy to oblige.
Hey, can I talk to you for a minute? There's something I wanted to ask you about.
Well, this is a surprise. I thought you said you didn't want to speak to me ever again. What happened to that, Sally?
Yeah, well, circumstances have changed. I'm kind of in a bit of trouble right now.
Oh, how much trouble?
Well, about $10,000 worth of trouble. Do you think you could lend me that much?
$10,000? Good grief, Sally, what in the world do you need that much money for?
It's kind of a long story, but I really need the money, okay?
Sorry, Sally, but unless you tell me exactly what's going on, I'm afraid I can't do anything for you.
All right. The truth is, I've been going out with a rich older guy since before I graduated high school.
You what?
A friend of mine introduced me to him, and we kind of hit it off, so yeah, we started dating.
And exactly how old is this rich older guy?
41?
Oh my god, Sally, you've been dating a 41-year-old man? Since you were still in high school?
Well, I mean, he bought me a lot of nice presents, took me out to nice restaurants. Ah, I see. So the expensive handbag I saw in your room, he's the one that gave it to you, am I right?
Yeah, he would give me presents and money every time I went out with him, so I went out with him a lot.
Oh no, you were an escort?
That's not what I thought it was. I thought he actually liked me, like we were really a boyfriend and girlfriend.
You mean you didn't think it was the least bit strange when he would give you money and presents every time you met up with him?
What was I supposed to do? Tell him no?
Of course you should have told him no. A man paying a high school student to go out with him? What's wrong with you?
I didn't know what else to do. I told him about getting thrown out of my house, and so he rented an apartment for me. That's where I've been living ever since.
I think I'm going to be sick. You're lucky to be alive and not in jail.
But then a few days ago, some old woman came storming into my apartment and started yelling at me.
Ah, that would be his wife, I presume?
That's what she said, yeah. She called me a homewrecker and a bunch of other stuff.
What a foul, lowly man.
Right? But yeah, she said that she's divorcing him and that I have to move out of my apartment. She also took back all the presents and stuff that he gave me.
And that's why you need the $10,000.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I don't have anywhere to live anymore.
My goodness, Sally, you're in quite the predicament, aren't you? Good luck dealing with that.
That's it? That's all you have to say? Didn't you see what I just said? Aren't you gonna help me?
I did, and that's exactly why I'm not going to help you. This is all your own fault, Sally. How stupid do you have to be to think a 41-year-old man would be serious about a child like you? And even as he showered you with money and expensive presents, you never once thought, maybe something's not right here.
I figured if he wanted to give me that stuff, there was no reason for me to turn him down.
Isn't that ironic? You called me a parasite, but there you were taking money from an older married man in exchange for simply paying attention to him. I don't pity you in the slightest, Sally. In fact, I'm more disgusted in you than I ever was. This is far beyond youthful indiscretion. You're simply a malevolent imbecile. I'm not giving you anything. I'm blocking your phone number and telling your father to do the same.
Janet, no!
After that, Sally did get a steady job and stuck with it, but she couldn't give up the luxurious lifestyle her benefactor had provided her with, so she's consistently living hand to mouth. Even worse, she took out loans to buy back all the expensive presents that her boyfriend's wife had confiscated from her. So, between her living expenses and loan repayments, she often has to skip meals in order to make her money last until her next payday. As for Cody and I, we're enjoying peace and happiness in our new life with just the two of us. We've never had any privacy for as long as we've been married, so it's almost like we're newlyweds again.